Good morning.
Another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes.
Where are you, Mr. Rogers, when we need you, huh?
Well, I think he's still trying to get the left shoe on the right foot.
You know, they made a movie about his life.
Yes. And as you are probably aware, I'm not big on movies. But that's one. That and Queen, I would like to see.
You mean the story of the group Queen?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
Good. If you haven't seen it, you should. It's excellent.
Well, it's, when it gets to video, I probably will...
Video?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to wait a really long time for video.
I fall asleep.
But
maybe I'll just go to Video 2000. Maybe Kathy will have that.
Yeah. Why don't you run down there this morning?
Okay.
The Video 2000 when you get done. And tell everybody I said hi.
I will do that. Yes.
Maybe you'll run into somebody else down there this morning that's listening right now.
Yes. And I got to tell you, at 3:45 this morning, our doorbell rang.
Sure. I mean, doesn't that happen regularly?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And there is a gentleman there, obviously under the influence of multiple chemical substances. Where am I? Help! Help me! Where am I? Yes, Sergeant Seaman and the overnight police patrol took care of him. But
they showed him the way?
I think they showed him the way. And, you knew he was obviously deeply under the influence when he did not even respond to our 110-pound German Shepherd.
That was a regular, everyday occasion.
Pretty much. Lucky, as you know, is a sweetheart, right?
That's right.
But he can be very intimidating when you've got a 110-pound all-black German Shepherd barking and snarling at you.
Well, he put his Halloween costume on, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, you got to get all the use you can.
You're right. Oh, well. Anyway...
Did you put your Halloween costume on this morning?
Yes. And what it means is our transient vagrant population appears to be moving out of town, out of downtown.
In some direction, that's for sure.
And moving into other areas of town. Oh, well. Anyway, do you realize on this date in 1988, Kirk Gibson hit a walk-off home run in Game 1 of the World Series when the Dodgers played the A's? Yeah, the last time the Dodgers made it to a World Series.
A home run for Gibson, and the Dodgers have won the game 5-4. I don't believe what I just saw.
Let's hear it for Jack Buck and the call on that game.
He doesn't believe what he last saw.
Yes. Well, in the heat of the moment, the passion of the call, you sometimes, get a little bit filibustered.
Yeah, the passion of the call.
Yes.
There's always something new. Used to be that airplanes landed, on something other than the tarmac, and then it became the tarmac.
Yes.
Who knows?
Oh, the humanity.
Yes.
How about some birthdays today?
I think we should have some.
Okay, singer Barry McGuire is 84. Didn't he talk about the eve of destruction?
Yes, sirree.
He used to be lead singer of the New Christy Minstrels.
Christy Minstrels.
Yeah. Actress Linda Lavin. Alice on TV is 82. Drummer Don Stevenson of Moby Grape. Your favorite group of all time is 77.
One of the heavyweights.
Yes. Actor Victor Banerjee is 73. Richard Carpenter, 73. Tito Jackson, 66. And actor Larry Miller, 66. Actor Jerry Burns is 65. Actress Tanya Roberts is 60. And let's see. Actor Dominic West, 50. Singer Genuine is 49.
Genuine.
Yes. Actor Brandon J. McLaren is 39. And actor Vincent Martella is 27. Local birthdays coming up.
Enter to win a Cold Stone Creamery ice cream birthday cake.
I love cake.
Yeah!
Oh, yes.
Every week, we'll give away a delicious Cold Stone Creamery ice cream birthday cake, and you could win.
I think it's time to celebrate!
Do you have a birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Roger that.
Yeah.
Then call, email, or regular mail us the date, include your name, address, and phone number. Every Friday morning, we'll pick a winner for that week. Send us the birthdays of your family, your coworkers, and your friends. We'll put the information in our database, then send them birthday greetings on their special day. And every week, we pick a winner for the Cold Stone Creamery ice cream birthday cake.
Where no matter how you slice it, it's a piece of cake.
Let's see who will have their cake and eat it too.
Don't wait. Enter now and get ready to win.
Oh my God, really?
That is too cool.
On AM 1230.
Let's celebrate our KXO Cold Stone Creamery birthdays. Happy birthday, Adelina Pantoja, Frankie Mejia, Jesse Garcia, Danny Alcala, Rachel Vega, Lupe Moreno, Joey Delente, Lauren Selking, Enrique Payares, Marco Weil, Kyla Marie Kubek, Stephen Andrew Garcia, Veronica Granados, Ana Teresa Liera, Anthony Gregory Lopez, Arthur Tafoya, Gail Torresellis, Jack Dunham, Juana Gastelum, Kaylee Cardona, Lee Humphrey, Marissa Iringeri, Teresa Curiel, Whitney Birch, and Veronica Henderson. Happy birthday from KXO and Cold Stone Creamery.
Second birthday that Jack is celebrating.
Jack Dunham?
Yeah.
Yes, he's aging quickly.
Yeah, he's increasing.
Yeah, but he still looks good for somebody that's 149.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. I thought he had celebrated a birthday last week or something, just recently.
I don't know. We'll have to. He's probably still mourning the Dodgers' loss in the National League
Is
series.
Jack a Dodger fan?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
How do you tell a Dodger fan from
They're usually crying.
crying? Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of wondered. And
Come October, Dodger fans are usually the ones with tears in their eyes.
the end of the season.
Yep. Okay.
No
Anyway.
cigar, as they say.
We've got all sorts of things as far as news is
Yeah.
concerned.
Got a high school ball game coming up on a Thursday. So we'll
Yes.
talk about that.
Not all that unusual. You know what? And about 2 or 3 years ago, we had a Saturday afternoon game. It was great. I have no problem with high school football games on a Saturday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
They're fun.
Well, it's something different.
Yes.
But honestly, you have to admit, a Thursday game, I can't remember the last time we had a Thursday game for the reason that we'll share with everyone.
Well,
That's
that
an
was about
unusual.
3 or 4 weeks ago. They played another high school game on a Thursday night, and it has to do with officials. There are just not enough qualified officials. And, there would be like 5 games, and they only have basically 4 varsity crews. And what a lot of it has to do, and as you know, I am a member of the Officials Association, and I umpire baseball and softball. Not enough of the younger former players are stepping up to the plate and giving back the way they really should.
Well, they'll have to figure something out to keep things alive. It's kind of like it almost happened with the opera companies.
Yes.
Because the purists said, well, it can only be this way. Well, as you hold on to that, pretty soon there won't be any.
Well, the
opera.
Officials Association is not that way. It's just that not enough of the younger players or former players, both male and female, are stepping up to the plate.
Well, I think you have to invite them over to your house and,
Yes. Text them.
Yeah, sing Kumbaya and a lot of things like that, and you'll have it solved.
Okay. We've got real news if you're ready.
Real news. It's coming your way.
Yeah, World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. They're your year-round comfort specialist.
It's battlefield chaos in northern Syria. The first American forces have begun withdrawing from the region. CBS News correspondent Cammie McCormick at the Pentagon.
American troops have left the town of Manbij, which is a flashpoint between Syrian forces and Turkish troops. The withdrawal of U.S. forces has been complicated by so many players on the battlefield. The Americans are consolidating positions, then they'll fly out. Some of the troops will be shifted to Iraq, where they can stage cross-border operations against ISIS. That could become more dangerous if ISIS makes a comeback as a result of the U.S. pullout.
President Trump has announced sanctions aimed at putting the brakes on the assault as U.S. troops do move out.
These sanctions are likely to be too little too late, and a source tells CBS News that even administration officials acknowledge that this likely will not change Turkey's mind.
CBS News correspondent Ben Tracy at the White House. CBS News Update, I'm Gary Nunn.
Whatever the weather brings this summer, you can rely on a York Affinity Premium Comfort System to keep your home cool and comfortable. Our new Affinity systems are smarter, more connected, and more efficient than ever before, and cut your energy costs by as much as 50%. Call Lock Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501 to schedule a free evaluation of your system and learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency this season. Call now and ask about our 10-year extended labor warranty. Contractor's license 696216.
California headline news. A 4.5 magnitude earthquake shakes the Bay Area. The quake centered in the Pleasant Hill region, hitting just after 10:30.
The table started shaking, yeah, straight up. I'm dead serious.
But you didn't realize it was an earthquake?
No, I didn't at all think it was, because I've been in a lot of earthquakes.
No reports of serious damage or injuries. There have been several aftershocks. Amid harsh new criticism for PG&E over last week's historic blackouts, Governor Newsom is demanding rebates for customers, and state regulators want PG&E to come to an emergency meeting later this week. UC Berkeley public policy expert Steve Weissman.
There was a failure, and where you want that failure to reside, within the company itself, with the regulators, with the legislature, there's enough guilt here, perhaps, to go all the way around.
A Roseville man in custody after turning himself into police with a body in his car. He went to the Mount Shasta Police Department admitting to authorities he killed 4 people at his home in Roseville. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at Broken Yoke Cafe. Once again voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley by our customers. Thank you. Remember, Broken Yoke strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yoke Cafe and join the club, or order your meal online. Broken Yoke Cafe on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
It's page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They've got 2 locations in the valley, one in Brawley, another in El Centro.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Tuesday morning, the County Board of Supervisors, they will hold their weekly meeting today. Sheriff Ray Luera will ask the board for an assessment of the Andy Rapid DNA Solution System for a trial period of 60 to 90 days. The supervisors will discuss funding for the Project Connect program. They will discuss an agreement for roadway maintenance with Citizens Imperial Solar. Human Resources will discuss the county workforce and the adjustment of several positions at behavioral health. A public hearing will be held at 11 a.m. to discuss the county's land use ordinance. Board convenes into public session at 10 this morning. The supervisors meet at the County Admin Center on Main Street in El Centro. Well, the 16th Annual Fall Gala, hosted by the PMH Foundation, it will be held this Thursday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. The gala will be held in the parking area outside the Pioneers Medical Arts Building, across the street from Pioneers Memorial Hospital in Brawley. The theme this year is all about your heart. The theme is a nod to the future cath lab currently being built at PMH. When it is completed, it will be the first of its kind in Imperial County. The event serves as an annual fundraising effort and will include dinner, art, and jewelry auction, and the presentation of this year's Margaret Award. Ticket information can be found at the website pmhfoundation.org. KXO News Time 7:44.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers for your service needs. Whether it's a lube job, oil and filter change, brake job, battery or wheel balance and alignment, Quick Lane can handle it. And Quick Lane services all makes and all models. Oh, and by the way, you never need an appointment. Tires, all the best brands at the best price, guaranteed. See your Quick Lane service advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue in El Centro, right next to Food for Less.
Well, there is an adjustment in the high school football schedule this week. One game has been moved to Thursday. The Brawley Wildcats will play the Southwest Eagles in El Centro, but not as originally scheduled. The game will be played this Thursday. The game will be broadcast on KXO AM 1230 and on the web, kxoradio.com. The pregame is at 6:45 p.m. and kickoff is at 7 p.m. The rest of the schedule will be on Friday. The Holtville Vikings will host the Mountain Empire Redhawks. The Vincent Memorial Scots will play the Calipatria Hornets. The Palo Verde Yellow Jackets will be in Calexico to take on the Bulldogs. Imperial Tigers will be in El Centro to play the Central Spartans. That game will be aired on KXO AM 1230 and on the web, kxoradio.com. Pre-game is at 6:45 in the evening. That will conclude this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They've got 2 locations in the valley, one in Brawley, another in El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Be a flu fighter with a free flu shot from Walgreens. It's no cost to you with most insurance. It's quick, easy, with no appointment needed. Plus, it lowers your chances of spreading the flu to the people you care about most. Get your flu shot at Walgreens and get $5 off an eligible purchase of $20 now through November 30th. This is your shot to protect you and the ones you love. Be a flu fighter. Walgreens. Trusted since 1901. Coupon offer not valid in Arkansas, New Jersey, or New York. See coupon for terms and restrictions. Vaccine subject to availability and some restrictions may apply.
A heart in my tasty Honey Nut Cheerios? Cereal. You trying to tell me you love me?
Actually, it's reminding you that it can help lower cholesterol as part of a heart-healthy diet.
Wait! They can help lower cholesterol? I've been so focused on the sweet, tasty taste that I completely forgot. Now I'm in love.
Learn more about making Honey Nut Cheerios part of your heart-healthy lifestyle by picking up a box at your local grocery store.
Page 2 of the local news and weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
The Imperial Irrigation District Board of Directors will meet today. The meeting will be held in La Quinta. The agenda for the meeting does not include any action items. The board will present service awards to 21 employees. They will hear several information items before hosting a budget workshop. During the workshop, the board will hear presentations from department managers on the draft 2020 budget. The IID board will go into closed session at 10 this morning and then convening into public session at 1 o'clock this afternoon. USI BWC Commissioner is coming to Imperial County. She will be at the next Colorado River Citizens Forum. It will be held in Calexico on October 24th. Commissioner Jane Harkins will provide the opening remarks at the forum. The commissioner was appointed by President Donald Trump in 2018. The Colorado River Citizens Forum was established to facilitate the exchange of information with the public about commission activities and related matters. Wayne Belzar, an environmental engineer with the U.S. International Boundary and Water Commission, will give a presentation on the new river, detailing international agreements and obligations associated with the new river. The forum will be held from 4 to 6 p.m. in the Calexico City Council chambers. Well, the president's own United States Marine Band, they are coming back. It's been a decade since the prestigious band last appeared on stage at Imperial Valley College. However, the band returns October 27th to play a free concert. The 3 p.m. performance is sponsored by IBC and will take place at the DePauli Sports Complex on the campus at 380 East Ayton Road. The concert is free, however. Tickets are required. The free tickets will be available beginning, well, actually, they're available now. There will be a limit of 4 per request. They will be available by visiting the website marineband.ticketleap.com. Seating will be general admission. Ticket holders must be seated by 2:45 or else tickets become void. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
As with most things in life, the key to achieving your long-term objectives is planning. David H. West Insurance has been helping many residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs, from life to Medicare and financial planning too. David, Jose, and staff are ready to help you with your insurance needs. Call David H. West Insurance today for an appointment at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411. Or stop by 8th and Commercial in El Centro.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, very typical mid-October, mundane yet pleasant weather will persist across the region this week. Temperatures will warm somewhat through the middle of the week, with the Imperial and Yuma valleys reaching back towards the mid-90s. A fast-moving, dry weather system will force temperatures back down around the seasonal average by the weekend. Our high yesterday, 88 degrees, 53 the overnight low. Today will be sunny with a high near 92, west wind about 5 miles an hour, then turning out of the north. Clear tonight with a low around 60, west wind about 5 miles an hour. Wednesday, sunny with a high near 95, northwest wind about 5 miles per hour. 63 degrees downtown, 42% relative humidity, wind out of the west-southwest at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
Dad, they're hungry.
Siri, restaurants nearby.
Here are some options.
I want some chipotle fries.
And I want an Imperial thick burger.
But I want a salad.
Okay, I just want a juicy burger and an ice cold beer. And I don't want to miss the game.
Everyone quiet, please. I have the place. Burgers and beer. Great food. Ice cold beer, and you can watch your favorite game.
Burgers and Beer has something delicious for everyone. Burgers and Beer. The best burgers in town.
You're welcome.
It's sports time, brought to you by the Imperial Hardware Company, Brawley, El Centro, and Holtville. That's where you'll find Imperial's Do-It Centers, and they've got what you need when you need it. Major League Baseball, National League Championship Series, the Washington Nationals with a 3-zip lead over the St. Louis Cardinals. Steven Strasburg with a big game last night, picked up the win, and Jack Flaherty took the loss. Nationals on top, 8-1. It'll be the Cardinals and the Nationals. They're going to go at it again this evening. And, well, it could be it for the Cards if the Nats win. Meanwhile, the Astros and the Yankees knotted at 1 game apiece in the American League Championship Series. Astros and the Yankees go today. Garrett Cole will take on Luis Severino in Game 3 of that series.
As the weather begins to cool down, it's time to get back outside and enjoy the season with family and friends, which means it's also time to get some of those projects done. You know, the ones you've been putting off all summer long. When you DIY, let Imperial Hardware Company lend a hand. Visit one of our Do-It Centers today for all your landscaping and irrigation supplies, gardening tools, outdoor decor, paints and stains, grilling gear, Yeti coolers, rental equipment, and much more. You see, we know exactly what Valley residents are looking for because we're locally owned and family operated. serving this community for over a century. Check us out online at imperialhardwarecompany.com. Our do-it centers provide the sweet spot between convenience and selection, combining the value and variety of a warehouse store with the ease of visiting a neighborhood market. And remember, we're open 7 days a week. Visit us in Brawley, El Centro, or Holtville to find what you need when you need it. Get it done with a little help from Imperial Hardware Company.
NFL's Monday Night Football action, it was all the Zebras. Well, yeah, they did play. The Packers came out on top 23-22 as the Lions are now 2-2-1 on the year. The Packers 5 wins, 1 loss. The officials, they played a big part in that game. Meanwhile, former Cowboys Terrell Owens says, hey, Jason Garrett, he needs to go. Des Bryant says the same thing. The Cowboys and Coach Jerry Jones, owner Jerry Jones, things are not happy in Cowboyville. And LeBron James weighs in on the China-Hong Kong conflict, saying Daryl Morey was misinformed about ramifications. LeBron worried more about his check from Nike with big contracts and big sales in China than he is about human rights. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by the Imperial Hardware Company Do-It Centers in El Centro, Holtville, and Brawley. Get it done with a little help from the Imperial Hardware Company.
Imperial Valley's Resource Management Agency is teaming up with local cities with their cleanups. This event will be held in Brawley this Saturday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Brawley Airport off Jones Road for Brawley residents. Free collection for all Imperial Valley residents of used tires with or without rims. No tires from tire businesses, and no more than 9 tires without a written exemption from Local Environment Agency, LEA. Remember, it's the law. You can call LEA at 442-265-1888. Between 10 to 20 tires will be accepted with an exemption from LEA. Also, there is a free collection of electronics, computers, televisions, or monitors. Must show proof of residency, utility bill, or driver's license. For more information, you can call 1-877-RECYCLE. That's 1-877-RECYCLE, funded by a grant from Cal Recycle.
It's financial news and weather brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up 115 points on early trading, while the S&P 500 index gained 13. The NASDAQ up 38 points. Third quarter earnings season kicked off this morning with the release of a series of earnings reports from the nation's largest banks, reflecting a relatively healthy U.S. consumer and a more wary business sector. Shares of J.P. Morgan Chase & Company were higher early today after reporting revenue and earnings that rose more than expected on the back of its consumer banking division, while Wells Fargo reported a surprise increase in revenue, though its third quarter profits fell more than expected. Citigroup shares fell after reporting its lowest quarterly revenue of the year, while Goldman Sachs Group reported a steep 26% decline in profit from the year ago, reflecting weakness in the mergers and acquisitions market and debt and equity underwriting. Enthusiasm over a U.S.-China trade deal boosted stocks at the end of last week, but analysts said a lack of detail around planned tariff increases and other elements dampened enthusiasm, leaving stocks to drift lower in trading yesterday. Shares of Dow component United Health rallied more than 6% early today after earnings and revenue came in above expectations and after the healthcare services company raised its full-year outlook.
One medical center in Imperial County is focused on you, Pioneers Memorial. Now, Pioneers and its Center for Joint Replacement is the first to receive the prestigious national designation as a Center for Excellence by the DNV organization. The Center for Joint Replacement at Pioneers is a team of specialized medical experts focusing on the individual needs of our patients. And as always, Pioneers means personalized care, where every patient receives the commitment of many with the focus on one, you.
We'll have sunny skies today with a high near 92, west wind about 5 miles an hour becoming north this afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 60, west wind about 5 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 95, northwest wind about 5 miles an hour. And right now downtown, we're up to 64 degrees, 40% relative humidity, wind out of the west-southwest at 5 to 7 miles per hour. Financial news and a brief look at the weather, all brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, the leading medical center in the Imperial Valley. At Pioneers, it's the commitment of many with a focus on one, you. Check out our website, KXORadio.com. Log on and get the latest news and information.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
CBS News is next. It's brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial Valley since 1991.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Signs of a U.S. pullout in northern Syria, where an invasion by Turkey is in its 7th day. Correspondent Charlie D'Agata is near the Syrian-Iraqi border.
A Russian journalist posted video allegedly showing the abandoned U.S. base in Manbij, saying, "I'm now at the American base." UN estimates of people displaced by the fighting keeps climbing. It's now 160,000. Defending the offensive in the Wall Street Journal, Turkish President Erdogan said his country had reached its limit dealing with 3.6 million refugees from the Syrian conflict.
The White House has announced new sanctions against Turkey. CBS's Ben Tracy.
President Trump had vowed to totally destroy Turkey's economy if it did an invasion like this. Well, these sanctions, while they will punish Turkey, they are not totally going to destroy its economy. So there is still some wiggle room there. On top of all of this, the timing of this is really interesting. President Erdogan of Turkey is scheduled to visit the White House next month.
Rudy Giuliani, a hand grenade who was going to blow everybody up. A former White House advisor says that was apparently former National Security Advisor John Bolton's fear. CBS News has learned Fiona Hill told House impeachment investigators Bolton sounded an alarm about the president's personal attorney before he resigned. We're expecting to hear from police in Fort Worth, Texas this hour after a white officer was charged with murder in the death of a black woman inside her home. Her brother, Adarius Carr.
It has to be changed. There's no way to go in thinking that you have to shoot someone every time you go on the call.
Oscar winner Cuba Gooding Jr. is scheduled to be arraigned on additional charges in a groping case today. CBS's Don Daler is in New York.
The New York Post is reporting there are 3 new accusations involving similar alleged behavior of inappropriate grabbing at Manhattan clubs. Those accusations are also disputed by Gooding's lawyer, who told CBS the 3rd, 4th, and 5th cases never saw daylight because I think the DA felt that anything that was said wasn't credible, let alone provable.
This year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame nominees answer past criticism over a lack of diversity. The late Biggie Smalls and Whitney Houston are both first-timers. Rufus, featuring Chaka Khan, is nominated for the 4th time. Kraftwerk for the 6th. Billboard's Joe Levy.
There are a lot of acts on this nominations list that have been nominated many times before. Deserving doesn't always mean you're in.
Winners will be announced in January. The Dow is up 325 points. This is CBS News.
Capital One is reimagining banking, offering accounts with no fees or minimums that can be opened in 5 minutes. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
The Starlight Lounge presents an evening with the Progressive Box.
Oh, what a great audience. Let's dim the lights for this next one. Oh, too much. Ah, there it is. Got to get things just right. Like Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Tell us what you want to pay, and we help you find coverage options that fit your budget. And now, the mood is right. Wait, the lights are back on again. Trudy, can you? And now it's completely dark.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Be a flu fighter with a free flu shot from Walgreens. It's no cost to you with most insurance. It's quick, easy, with no appointment needed. Plus, it lowers your chances of spreading the flu to the people you care about most. Get your flu shot at Walgreens and get $5 off an eligible purchase of $20 now through November 30th. This is your shot to protect you and the ones you love. Be a flu fighter. Walgreens. Trusted since 1901. Coupon offer not valid in Arkansas, New Jersey, or New York. See coupon for terms and restrictions. Vaccine subject to availability and some restrictions may apply.
Bulgaria's soccer chief has stepped down after scenes of racism in a game against England last night.
Some of the Bulgarian fans made ape-like gestures and aimed Nazi salutes at black England team members, prompting this urgent intervention on the floor of Britain's parliament.
Last night, we saw the most horrific racist abuse aimed at England players in their match against Bulgaria.
In the locker room at halftime, the English players say they did briefly debate abandoning the game, then decided to reply with their feet. They won 6-0. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
If you can't beat them, join them. After Netflix changed the game with last year's Roma, the largest multiplex operator in the world is unveiling its own movie streaming service. AMC's online store will have about 2,000 films to stream after they've finished running in theaters. Disney, Warner Brothers, Universal, Sony, and Paramount all in on the deal. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
The food insecurity rate for Imperial Valley is estimated at 17% for all residents. Tragically, it soars to 33% for our children. Imagine 1 of every 3 children are challenged by hunger. The Imperial Valley Food Bank is striving to end hunger in the valley. When kids have nutritious food to eat, they learn more in school, are sick less often, crime declines, and the cycle of poverty can end. This is Jean Oswald asking you to support the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
CBS News presented by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
Yeah, for some reason or another, you sound a little taller on radio.
AM 1230 KXO.
1230